children. I'm Abhilasha Singh, your computer teacher. I hope you all are fine at your home. Today we are going to learn chapter number 6 of class 7, that is Introducing Python. It is widely used high-level programming language. Okay? It is used to design the websites, game, etc. because it emphasizes on the code readability, and its syntax allows the programmer to express their views or code in few lines. So let us begin with the index page.
In this chapter, we will learn these headings. In this heading, we will learn about introduction of Python. In this, we will learn what is Python, what are the features of Python, and where we can use this Python application or programming language. Okay. After that, we will learn about the installation. Then we will see the components of Python window. After that, variable. Then we will see how many modes are there in Python programming. After that, we will see data type. Then we will see the basic data type which are used in Python programming. After that, we will see inputs function of program. Okay, so let us begin with our first heading, that is the introduction of Python. Introduction of Python. Python is a simple programming language which is used to write the code for the computer language. Okay, it was developed in 1980 by the Guido van Rossum, but it was released and implemented in 1991. Okay, Python is an interpreted, object-oriented and high-level programming language for the general purpose programming. Okay, this language is easy and suitable for the beginners to learn programming in Python. Okay, its high-level build in data structure and combined with the dynamic typing make it very attractive for the rapid application development. Okay, to save the file in Python, we need an extension. The extension is .py. .py is the extension to save the file in Python. Okay, for saving the file we need a extension, and that extension which we are using in Python, that is the .py. This is the extension to save the file in Python. Okay, there are so many large organizations which are using the Python language like Wikipedia, Google, Facebook, Amazon, Instagram. These are the large organizations that use the Python programming language. Okay, so let us see the features of Python. Features of Python. Here in this, there are so many features are there in Python programming. So let us learn one by one these features. First, it is easy to learn general purpose programming language, means it is more understandable and readable than the other programming language. Okay, next, that is simple syntax, means it is similar to English language. Through this anyone can see the code and understand it very well. Okay, next, it is a platform independent programming language. This means it can be used on any machine and it in any operating system. Okay, next, case sensitive. Case sensitive means small p and capital P is matter here. If you will write capital P in place of small p in print, it will show errors because print start with capital P is different here, and print small p with a small p is different here. Okay, next, that is it is an interpreted language, means it execute the code line by line at a time. This make debugging easy and suitable for the beginners. And the last, that is the free to use and free for the commercial product, because it is an open source programming language and it can be freely available from its official site, and its official site is www.python.org. With this anyone can make the change in the code freely. Okay, so let us see application or uses of Python programming. In our current time, Python is using in different places for making the different thing. For these are the applications where we can use the Python programming. For building a website, we can use the Python programming. For making or developing the game, we can also use this programming. For making the program robots, for making the scientific computation, for developing the artificial intelligence application. Because the Python is an easy programming language or with simple syntax programming language, because it is more understandable language than other any type of the languages. Okay, these are the application where we will use this Python language. Okay, let us see the next heading, that is installation. How we can install this Python programming language. Okay, for installing this, firstly we have to open this official site, that is this www.python.org. From this you can find the Python version. Okay, after opening this, you can see the different versions are on your screen. After that, you have to choose this version, that is 3.7.0 version, because it is there in your book only. Okay, this version is there in your book, that is why we are installing this version. You have to install version 3.7.0 version. After showing it, you have to click on the download and install software, then click on the run dialog box and installation process will start. Okay, after your installation is completed, keep following the instruction and keep clicking on the next button. You have to keep clicking on the next button until you see the highlighted finish button. Okay, this is the way to install the Python programming language in a computer. Okay, let us see our next heading, that is the components of Python window. There are so many components are there in Python. Generally, these are the components which we will see in every type of the software or any type of the programming language. Let us see one by one these components. First, that is the title bar. Title bar is the area that displays the name of the application and the document. It also contains command button like minimize, maximize, restore and close. Okay, next, that is the menu bar. The menu bar consists of various menus with a different option. The common menus you will be using in this chapter are file, edit, shell, debug, option, window, help. These are the common menus which we will use in this chapter. Okay, next, that is the script area. Script area is the location where we will run our code. Okay, this is the platform, this is the area where we can write our code. Next, that is the status bar. Status bar tell you the current status of your control or cursor on the window. Okay, where your cursor and where your cursor is there, it will shown in the status bar only. Okay, let us see our next heading, that is the modes of Python programming. Basically, in Python there are two modes are there. First is the interactive mode and second is the script mode. In interactive mode, the instructions are executed line by line, giving the output. Here the instructions are executed line by line. Okay, giving the output. Okay, by give means if you are giving the instruction, then it will give you output, means this will execute line by line. You type the command in the window, the Python interpreter will execute the command and give you the result immediately. But if you want to write the multi-line program or command, then for that you have to use the script mode. Okay, and then you can execute it. In this type of mode you have to save it, because if it will show you the environment where you can write the multi-line codes. For that, you need to save it in the form of a file and with .py extension, because .py extension is used here for saving the file in Python. We will see the practical of these two type of the modes. Okay, let us see our next heading. Variable in Python. Variable acts as a container that stores the data in main memory of your computer. Means it acts as a container. It gives you the container where you can store your data, okay, in a main memory with a specific name. With that specific name, you can identify your data. Okay, with the help of this given name, values are stored, used, processed and manipulated to produce the desired output. As you can see the example here the x equal to 12. Here x is the variable here and y is the value which we will store in x variable. Now we will go to print the variable. There are so many rules are there for writing the variable name. Let us see these rules. First, a variable name must start with the alphabet or the underscore. It is necessary to start our variable name with the alphabet and or the underscore. Next, a variable name can consist of alphabets, digit, underscore. No other characters allowed here. Means for writing the variable you can use the digit, you can use the underscore or you can use the digit. Okay. Next, Python keyword cannot be used as the variable name. Means those Python keyword who are in the Python library you cannot use as a variable here. Let us see our next heading, data type. Data type. Data type represents the type of data stored in a variable or a memory. Okay. The data stored in memory can be of any type. Okay. Python has a very standard data type based on the type of values. For example, we can take the example of a student whose student's marks are stored as an alphanumeric, whereas his or her address is stored in an alphanumeric character. Means for storing the different data in the different data type. There are so many data type are there in Python. We can see the integer data type, float data type, string data type. In integer data type, the whole number, it consists the whole numbers consisting of positive or negative sign, like 7500 comma minus 22 comma 0 1000 2000. It can be in the form of the whole numbers. Okay. In float, number with the fraction or the decimal point. Means in float data type we have to store the values which are in the fraction form or in decimal form. In a string data type, it represents the character enclosed within the quotation mark. Means if you want to store a character in a as a data type in a software or in an application, then you have to use the string type data type, because it gives us the functionality to store the character data type with the quotation mark. Okay. Let us see what is the input function. Input function is used to accept the value for a variable from the user. Means with input function, user can enter the digit at the time of execution. As you can see in the example or the code, it is asked for the first number. Means this will entered by the user side. With the help of the input function, it gives us the opportunity or authority to the user to enter their own number or own value at the time of execution. With this, user can enter their first number. After that, it is again asking for the second number. User can again enter their choice number. Okay. After this, user can get the sum of A and B. User get the 400 as a output here. With the help of the input function, user can get the chance to write their value or give their value at the time of execution. Okay, let us see our next heading, that is features of print function. What is print function? Print function is used to print the message value on the output device. Means it gives us the functionality or opportunity to print the message on the as a output. We can use a print function with the input function. We can use both at the same time. It converts the message or object into the string before writing it on the screen. Okay, it can have multiple parameters. Means within the print function we can write multiple parameters within this print function. Okay, it supports multiple step sequence to format the output. Means we can take the example of new line, tab space, or etc. Let us see about these type of the parameter or separators. Separators with print function. How the separators are working with the print function. Let us see one by one. Okay, first, that is the using comma operator. With this, when you use this operator as the separator among the values are displayed with the space between them. Means if you are passing the two arguments a and b, it will give you or a and b as an output, but it gives a space between these two parameters. Okay, but with the help of these tab or the tab space operator, when you use this escape sequence as a separator among the values are displayed with the tab space. Means you can get the space between the a and b argument or tab space. Means you will get the tab space between the a and b parameters. Okay, next, that is the using new line character. With this new line character operator, a new line character in Python is used to end the line or start a new line. Means if you are entering the two argument a and b and you want to show this b in the next line, then at that time you can use an operator. Okay, means if you want a sum space or a single space between your operator, then at that time you can use the comma. If you want a tab space between your operator or between your argument, then you can use the tab space. If you want to see your next argument in the next line, then at that time you can use the new line character operator. Okay, now I am going to finish this lecture with these headings. In next part we will see the practical of this chapter. Okay, I hope you understand well. Have a good day.